Good evening. This is the Lion of Legend, and welcome to She Will Not Open. You look tired, buddy. You should go to sleep. Set the alarm. Oh, I'm walking real slow. Where the hell's the alarm? I am doing my best here. Don't tell me the alarm is the grandfather clock. Well, there's garbage everywhere, so I think, you can probably start to assume some of the themes of this game. For those who are new here, maybe you've already picked up on it, and for those who have been here, you probably have an idea of what I'm alluding to. Ah, that's where we sleep, and there's the alarm. Man, I'm moving like a zombie. Go to sleep. Turn off the alarm. Get the key near the TV. Gosh, if I could even get there. Just kind of trudging along here. Doing my best. Trying to get to this key that's nearby the TV. Don't know what the key is going to be used for, but I guess we will find out. If I could just move a little bit faster. But, that is not really happening. I see this person has, fallen asleep, it seems. We are almost there. Is that the key? Do I have eyes on the key? I have eyes on the key. Grab the jacket. Alright, I guess we're leaving. What do we do? We're going somewhere. I don't know where. I guess we will find out shortly. Almost there. Almost at the jacket. Go away. Okay, like leave? The moment I stepped out, I was immediately hit by cold air. The early morning, as always, wasn't eager to please with warmth. Even though I was quite well dressed, the cold was still getting to me a little. It's no wonder what is covered by skin for others is almost openly displayed on me. Although I try my best to hide the abnormalities, even if it is a rather futile idea. The sky was rough, angry, as if covered by something. A leaden dome. Will she open it this time? This question again. mentally ask myself this every morning. And why? It hardly comforts me. Rather, it weighs me down, contrasting with reality. And why am I thinking about this? Every thought is more destructive than the last. I'm sure she will open it. There can be no doubt about that. It's obvious. She still loves me, and she must have missed me very, very much. After all, we haven't seen each other for several months. She must be worried about how I am. I can't wait for the moment we finally see each other. She will open the door and smile sweetly when she sees me. Me. Or what's left of me. She will understand everything. I know it. And so, lost in a pile of thoughts as contrasting as black and white, I am already approaching the first turn. The road ahead is more dangerous. There might be people there. Finally, the path I've grown tired of led me once again onto a street, wide street. I look around cautiously, hoping I won't meet a single living soul. And, to my great fortune, the streets are empty. Only madmen leave their houses this early. In fact, only madmen even wake up. No cars moving on the roads, not a single sleepy resident on the sidewalks. It's funny that a monster like me is wandering the streets exactly at this time. I don't envy those unfortunates who will be unlucky enough to see this. And there are such people, even though I only go out at this early hour. Usually, people try their best not to show it. Although I'm sure, if we had met a few hours earlier, they would have fled in terror. Me too. I was never particularly brave in general. I always tried to stay on the sidelines, but I wasn't afraid of people either. Rather, I felt out of place. And what about now? Despite the fact that people should seemingly be afraid of me, I am afraid of them. And I don't know why, whether it's because they are the ones who made me, or because I don't want to frighten others. Since when do I care so much about what they will think of me, as if it would affect me somehow? People will probably only think about how sorry they feel for me. Maybe that's what frightens me. It turns out strangely, but as if it matters. No one will read my thoughts, and even if I wanted to, I would hardly be able to convey them to others. Due to some problems with the remnants of my internal organs, I have no voice. The very fact that I am breathing is already a miracle. As if this was given to me as a reward, or rather, a punishment. But for what? For obediently carrying out orders? But something distracted me from my thoughts again. My hands, or what I call them, started to stiffen from the cold. I cannot cover them either. Putting anything on them is too painful. Now I probably look even more frightening. How lucky I am to not have met a single soul. Or rather, they were the lucky ones. I should be happy. There is still quite a long way to go. And the longer I walk, the greater the chance of running into an unfortunate soul who already needs to go somewhere at this time. And then there's me, going to her, hoping she will open. Her image flashed in my mind for a second, and then immediately slipped away, as if teasing. She was so beautiful the last time we met, and just as sad when saying goodbye to me. She knows I am alive. I wrote her a letter, back when I was still afraid she would see me. Now I no longer care about that. I'm alive, and I want to see her with my eyes. It's selfish. I have no idea how she will react to this. Maybe she will cry and fall to her knees. Maybe she will get scared and immediately close the door, as if she had never known me. And, indeed, she didn't know the current me, only the one who was before. Cheerful and kind. It sounds like I've changed a lot. At least inside, I am still the same. I think that matters. And here I am, at the turn to her house. There is another door, stairs, and a corridor. And her. No, not the girl, but the door. The door that will certainly open to me today. And if not today, then tomorrow. Or some other time. It doesn't matter. One day, I will see the one who lives behind this cursed door anyway. Maybe one day, I will even be brave enough to go to her workplace. At least where she worked before. I haven't heard anything about her for several months. Maybe she changed jobs a long time ago. She didn't like her job. She wanted to quit a long time ago. Here it is. Big and oppressive. Oppressive, not because of its appearance, but because of what is inside. The door. I looked up at the sky one last time. Still so angry. As if someone offended it. Or no. As if someone mutilated it. Depriving it of everything. Clouds. Sun. Leaving only emptiness. But I can't linger. A few hasty steps, and I am about to see her. Before that, another, less angry, but still cold and grim door, which at least yields to me day by day, blocks my path. I slowly entered, having first convinced myself that everyone was still asleep, and no one would run into me in this corridor. The walls began to press in, as if mocking me, as if urging me to turn back, telling a harsh and unpleasant truth. My legs started to buckle, as if all that gave me a pulse had finally left the remnants of my body. Each next step on the already high staircase seemed higher and higher. My breathing faltered. And so, the last lift of my limb and I am here. A painfully familiar place, a wide and bright corridor. Walking is painful, more painful than usual, either because of the steps or because of where I am. Usually, when I come here, I feel a tiny bit more confident. The corridor seems endless. But that absolutely cannot be. My body is certainly not in the best condition, but my brain is relatively okay. Suddenly, I find myself standing at that infamous door. For me, it has become a close friend. Only the kind that you actually hate. And here we are, seeing each other every day, or so it seems. But in the end, I pound on it with all my might, while it towers over me as if it doesn't care about me at all. Well, of course, it's just a door. My thoughts have exhausted me, and even though I try to put off this knock as much as I can, the result is the same. I make that ill-fated knock. Another one, louder this time. And even from such a simple hit against the wood, my hands hurt. But again, only silence. After a few more seconds, I decide to knock even louder and more persistently. It seems small red spots have already started to appear on my hands. Even a dead man would wake up from such a knock. She definitely heard it. Maybe she's just busy, and in a second, she'll open the door, and we will finally see each other. Well, no, she clearly heard it. All that's left is to wait. Time stood still. She will open. I know it. Knocking is dangerous now. It seems that what I'm using to do it is already fully bleeding. The stitches can't withstand the pressure, especially if they were put in literally yesterday. All that remains is to wait. I sat down on the floor very carefully, leaning against the wall opposite the door. No sound behind the door. But now, a second will pass, and I will hear careful steps. The girl who lives here will open the door. A second passed, followed by a few more. She was absolutely asleep. She probably just needs time to get herself together before our first meeting. Still, looking at what I call hands, I decided they were still capable of a knock, but a careful one. What if she thinks I'm rushing her? I don't want to rush her. I don't want to cause any inconvenience. I make a loud, but as careful as possible, knock. A trace of blood remained on the door. These traces magically disappear every time I return. There are even more marks on my hands. They have generally started to look like one bloody trail. When she opens, I will ask her for something to stop the blood. But this time, too, I hear no sounds from the other side, and I return to the opposite wall. I am terribly cold. The blood makes my hands even colder, and the door remains silent. But I know she will open. I just need to knock harder. I don't think she will think I'm rushing her. After all, we haven't seen each other for so long. Without getting up, I pull myself towards the door and deliver a few more impressive knocks. They definitely won't last any longer, but she has surely prepared herself by now. We will see each other soon. But what if she's still asleep? Maybe she didn't hear it. That's why there are no sounds from behind the door. I cannot knock too loudly, physically. On the other hand, I still have my head. Who knows? Maybe she will hear it that way. After all, I'm used to it, although this is the most painful of all options. I crawled up to the door. I don't have the strength to stand up, and falling would be safer if anything happened. Error. No translation text provided. This is unbearably painful, but she is worth it, because the sound was very loud, and it will definitely wake her up. I sit under the door and look up at it for the umpteenth time. Damn her. It would be terribly impolite on my part to try to knock further, but I want to see her, no matter what. Each blow echoes with a terrible ringing in my ears and a flash in my eyes. maybe she's not home. I can't wait here for too long. Any of the other doors might open. A few more knocks and that's it. She will definitely open. Error, no translation text provided. Error, no translation text provided. More errors. More errors. What is happening? That same evening, how much of the plot did I just miss? Or was that expected? There will soon be no room left on your body for new stitches. Oh my god. She will not open. Wow. That information. The game She Will Not Open condemns the thoughts raised in the plot. Everything is a work of fiction. Do not obsess over someone or something. Be happy. Absolutely. Even though towards the end there, it seems like we might have run into a lot of errors. So unfortunately, there's some dialogue I'm pretty sure that we missed. I think the message was very clear. So in the beginning, I was insinuating that there was probably some level of depression going on. I was not anticipating the whole obsession, parasocial relationship, stalking scenario. The more the individual started talking, the more disturbing that it started to get. Even more disturbing than the opening, for me, as far as I'm concerned. That was not okay. Yeah, don't do that. But I wish we knew what was said with the errors in the translations, but it is what it is. I mean, other than that, I did enjoy what I have experienced here with y'all today. There is a clearly strong, clear message, and I think the execution of it was quite well, especially with the ending. I mean, that was so... This guy went so overboard to get this girl's attention. And I'm sure she was just hiding in her room like, oh my god, this guy won't leave, you know? And he's so bloodied up, getting these stitches from just banging on this door every single day. Oh god, and his eyes all jacked up and just... Oh boy, don't be like that guy. Trust me. Just, I've never been that guy, but you can trust me based off of the game we just played. So, yeah, that's just not good behavior. Oh boy, probably gonna be thinking about that for a little bit. That all being said, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave it a like, leave a comment, share the video, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. So have a good night.